I heard about this little boy who was trying to move this huge rock, and he pulled, and he pushed, and grunted, and he strained, trying to move it with leverage from a board. But it was all to no avail. Finally, his dad said, "Son, have you used all your resources?" "Oh, yeah, Dad. I can't make it move. I've tried everything." And his dad replied, "No, you haven't. You haven't asked me to help you yet." Maybe you're at a point right now like that. Or you're not a little boy, but you got a big rock that needs to move, and you desperately need your father's help, but you're going alone. You're doing everything you can to move it. Well, actually, there's something that keeps your father from lifting that load of yours right now. I'm Ron Hutchcraft, and I want to have a word with you today about bitterness versus blessing. Well, our word for today from the Word of God, we're in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 15. It starts out talking about a very sobering possibility. See to it, the writer says, that no one misses the grace of God. Oh man, there's a lot of things in your life you could do without, but you can't do without the grace of God. This says, see that you don't miss God's grace. And now he's writing to believers here. This doesn't mean you don't become a Christian. It means that you, as a believer, need God's grace, but for some reason, you don't have it. And maybe you're in a situation now like that little boy where you got this big rock to move, the pressure's really heavy, or maybe it's a family problem, or you got this financial boulder to move, or it's medical responsibilities. I mean, I don't know what's crushing right now, but God's grace is supposed to be sufficient, right? What happened? I mean, why is this so hard? Well, maybe you're missing the grace of God. How do you do that? Listen to the second half of the verse. And see to it that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many. Whoa, think about what this verse is saying. Bitterness blocks the grace of God. Your father is not going to help you lift that rock if there's bitterness in your heart. Now, you may not realize it. You may not call it that, but bitterness has taken root. You've been under all this pressure. Maybe you're angry and you're resentful toward a family member because of their part in your frustration. Maybe you've got bad feelings that have grown toward a teacher or an employer, a coworker who's making your life miserable. Maybe even somebody at church. Maybe you're even bitter towards God because you don't understand what he's doing or why he's waiting. There's somebody in your past, and they're just running your life basically because you can't stop thinking about what they did to you and how you feel toward them. Somewhere maybe there's this boiling anger inside, and like a great cloud that suddenly blocks out the sun, your bitterness is blocking the grace of God just when you need it most. Ironically, you've never needed God's strength and his closeness and his peace more than you do now. And this rock is too heavy for you, but your prayer seems hollow. You feel very alone, even at the breaking point. Maybe it's because you've got some forgiving to do, some letting go of a hurt, trusting God to mete out justice, to make things right. Your Father is standing there right now, and he is ready to help as only he can. He loves you. But you've got to release that bitterness that's making your burden so much heavier. Why carry that load too? Your Father wants to trade your bitterness for his amazing grace.